What's up, everyone? Welcome to Among the Fence. My name is Aaron. Today we're checking out the new album Ruckus by the band Movements. This is their third studio album and my introduction to the band. I love post-hardcore, so I was super excited to hear what they had to offer. I would say that this album tends to lean a little bit more towards alt-rock than anything else. After listening to their previous two albums, you can really hear how much they've changed and grown since 2015. The opening track, You're One of Us Now, is a fantastic way to start this album off, as it feels like it's just constantly building. The thick bass and passion vocals do a really good job at getting you pumped up too, and I absolutely love the lyrics that are really well thought out. Killing Time basically sets the theme for this album, as it's talking about a toxic relationship. I gotta admit, I really didn't want to like the chorus, but I absolutely did. It's just so catchy, and I love how it slows down just enough to make it feel a lot more emotional than it really seems to be. Then we have Lead Pipe, which is kind of like a reference to killing the relationship with the lead pipe, but for some reason this person just keeps coming back around. Lead Pipe doesn't really have a whole lot going on for it musically, as the verses are mostly just a thick bass, drums, and vocals, but I did enjoy the lead guitar melody in the chorus. It helped that out a lot. It made it a lot more enjoyable for me. And there's also a few songs that show the other side of this relationship, such as Heaven Sent, which is a little bit slower, and it touches on his infatuation with this other person, and it also touches on the intimacy that they shared and kind of innuendos specifically within the bridge. And Tightrope is extremely sad, as he's basically in love with this person, but they don't really feel the same way, and they might not even see him or notice how much he cares about them. And sometimes it kind of reminds me a little bit of Sleep Token's Love You Want, only lyrically, not so much musically, where Sleep Token's Love You Want, I feel like, is just a top tier song. This one, musically, the only thing I really liked in it was the guitar tone, and again, the lyrics are solid. Fail You is kind of relatable, as he's feeling intense guilt for letting his partner down. It even haunts him in his dreams that are portrayed in the verses where his partner ends up dying and he wakes up in a cold sweat. The chorus really shows his frustration and knowing that he's going to end up letting his partner down again. And the bridge just shows the passion, specifically towards the end, where he just starts screaming and letting it all out. There's only a few songs on this album that I didn't care for all that much. Mainly, I Hope You Choke and A.M.P. I Hope You Choke is ironically upbeat, considering he's expressing his disdain for someone, and I don't really know where it fits within the context of the rest of the songs. It doesn't sound like he's talking about this partner he has in a relationship, like is the main subject of his other songs. It feels like it's something separate. And I don't even dislike the message. The music is all right. My only issue with it is that it's just so repetitive, specifically the chorus. There's only so much I Hope You Choke lyrics that I can handle before I just really hope the song is over. And I did also enjoy the guitar and the vocal cadence within the song A.M.P. It was overall just, it was a good sounding song. It just, to me, it sounded like an old school Maroon 5 song, specifically in the chorus, which again, I enjoyed. I love the sound of it. It just sounds like something Maroon 5 would have done in like the early 2000s. Overall, the back half of this album felt like they just kind of ran out of energy, and they kind of got a little sidetracked from the main story, other than the song Dance with Death, which I enjoyed a lot. Its quick distorted guitar riff and spirited vocals did a lot to bring the energy back up. It felt like they were just losing it. Considering this is track number 9 out of 10 songs and the album's only a little bit over 30 minutes long, I felt like they would be able to keep the energy up a little bit more. And like I said, the back half, I felt like they were losing it a lot, but this one did a good job at helping me be able to push through and finish. Plus, I absolutely loved the lead guitar melody in the chorus, where the vocals and the drums are moving fairly quickly, and that lead guitar just kind of holding things out a little bit more, adding more atmosphere to it. Then we have the closing track, Coeur d'Alene. I feel like this is a great closing track. It's got kind of like a shoegazy guitar with gentle vocals, where he's really expressing his willingness to do anything to make this relationship work. And he's being brutally honest with this person about how much he cares for them, saying that their life is basically his life, and he's laying it all out for them, which again, I feel like it's come full circle in terms of the story, where I feel like we got a little sidetracked there with songs I Hope You Choke. It just felt like we took a little side track. We veered off course a little bit, and now we got back on it. So it feels like this song does a good job at bringing it back around again, even though we got a little sidetracked. And I really enjoyed it too, even though it was a little bit slower. I enjoyed the overall atmosphere that this song had. I am mostly enjoyed this album, specifically because each song leaves you wondering where the next one's going to go. None of these songs really sound that much the same. Sure, there might be a couple guitar moments and riffs and stuff like that that kind of sound similar, but it's only like between a song or two. Most of the time the guitar tone changes, the songwriting's changed, the vocals do a good job at mixing up melodies and not really doing the same thing over and over again. The only thing that sounds really the same sometimes to me would be the bass and the drums. But even then, it's not like super overdone. And on the songs I didn't really care for that much, I still found myself being entertained. It's not like I disliked the songs. They were just a little bit more skippable than the others. And the production was super solid. The lyrics are fantastic. They're my favorite part of this entire thing. They're just so well written. And the production does a good job at making things raw, but then also cleaning up when it needs to. Specifically, like on the last song, it's a little bit cleaner sounding than the rest, where, you know, it really needs to be to give it that shoegaze glimmering kind of feel to it. But at the same time, there's a lot of bass within this album. The bass guitar does so much, but it doesn't make it muddy. It doesn't drown it out. Sometimes the bass can feel really heavy in the mix, and it doesn't like make you want to take off your headphones. It doesn't give you a headache. It doesn't ruin any of the songs for you. They do just enough, and it sounds great. So with all that said, I gotta give Ruckus by Movements a 6.4 out of 10. And I have a feeling this album is gonna be pretty polarizing considering how much their sound has changed since their previous albums. I went back and listened to them, and I enjoyed them quite a bit more than Ruckus, but I'm not really that attached to them. So if you were a fan of this band because of their previous albums, you might not be too into this new sound that they have. So yeah, leave a comment below letting me know what you thought of Ruckus. Let me know what you would rate it and what your favorite songs are. And if you enjoyed this video and you want to continue seeing more of me, you want YouTube to recommend my videos to you more often, don't forget to give this video a like. It helps out so much with YouTube's algorithm. And if you want to help support me and my channel, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell icon. Doing all that stuff just helps me out so much, and I appreciate it. And I just appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to just sit there and listen to me talk about music. And I hope you have a good rest of your day or night, whenever you happen to be watching this. And I will talk to you guys next time. I was